everyone, Screaming Geek Media here. I am Jerry the Geek. Today's video we're going to talk about Steelbooks. But before we get into that, if you like physical media, if you like 4Ks, Blu-rays, even DVDs, if you like home theater, movies in general, check out my other videos on my channel because I do reviews, unboxings, discussions like this, collection updates, custom covers. Check that stuff out, see what you like. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn your bell notifications on. So today we're going to dive into Steelbooks, talk about a little bit about the collecting, what they're all about, my thoughts on it and collecting habits. And then we're all said and done, I'm actually going to give you my top 10 favorites of all the Steelbooks I have. For those of you that may be new to this, stumbled across and kind of curious about what we call Steelbooks is, DVD form or Blu-ray or, actually any physical media form. They produce these hard metal cases with artwork on. This is Jaws, for example. And what they'll actually put artwork across the entire outside and on the inside as well. If I'll take these discs out real quick for you to see the inside of this one. So the inside of this one has a scene from the movie. Again, the inside is all like a plastic inner shell, and then the outer shell is actually a metal. Now, I was trying to do some research about the whole the Steelbook format, and I couldn't really find exactly when they started making them. They did start producing Steelbooks back in a DVD format. Have found several sources saying the movie called The One with Jet Li, so that was supposedly the first DVD Steelbook. And for Blu-ray, it was Pan's Labyrinth. Like I said, that's stuff I've seen. If you've seen anything different, please let me know in the comments below. And honestly, I wasn't aware they did DVD Steelbooks until just like a year or two ago. And, I'd already had some Blu-rays, so all of a sudden I was going through my collection looking at my DVDs and realized I had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on DVD, Steelbook. I didn't even know I had it, so that was a kind of a nice find. And inside's got the kind of went over like a copper, goldish tones to the whole thing. Pretty nice. Which is the reason why the other actually continued. I got Texas Chainsaw Massacre Blu-ray Steelbook as well. Of course, they didn't put any artwork on inside the Blu-ray. And then the 4K Steelbook. And it takes a little poster out. They actually did do artwork on the inside of that one. That was the main reason when the Chainsaw Massacre came out to 4K early 2023. There was different versions available, and I chose this just because my OCD, I wanted all three formats in Steelbook. And all three of them are from Dark Sky Films. Now, they also did some HD DVDs in Steelbook, but not US. I did some searching, and supposedly I think Germany is the only ones I found. I saw they'd done Death Proof, and Terminator 2 is actually available in a HD DVD Steelbook. But nothing really fancy. They just kind of made it, they painted it to make it look like an HD DVD case you can see here. Now, even though the format is dead, I still have my HD DVD player. I rarely play anything on it because most of my movies I have on Blu-ray or 4K now. But from a collector standpoint, I might go ahead and pick up that T2 sometime. Pretty cool because since I love the movie, that'd be a nice thing for that to the collection. Have a Steelbook. But I think it's with also with the you can check out a picture here. I found the Lord of the Rings trilogy. They actually had a DVD Steelbook set of that. Another one I'm thinking about maybe picking up sometime. But I think it's with Blu-rays they really kicked off and started doing more Steelbooks. As far as me personally, I think these three here, there's some Steelbooks that they did. They made them look like comic books. They got Paul, Doom, and Hellraiser 2. I remember the only reason I got these was I think it was during a Black Friday sale one time, so I got these for 10 bucks a piece. Yeah, I didn't care if they were Steelbook or not, as they were cheap, and so I had to get them. But for a long time, as far as my habits for collecting the Steelbooks, I'm not a big Steelbook collector. I mean, right now I've got 48 Steelbooks in all. Whereas some of you out there, have hundreds and hundreds of them. They're really big Steelbook collectors. I'm not into it like that. And again, most of the times I buy them as, if it happens to see a good deal, I'll go ahead and pick it up. But most generally, I will not go out of my way to buy a Steelbook over a standard release. Because usually the prices, for the longest time, the prices were sometimes $10 higher. And I could not justify spending that much more for a movie. I'm kind of a collector, but at the same time, I'm budget oriented. And I'm like, I just don't see the need for it. Unless, certain ones, if they pop up, I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and spend extra for that. So that pretty much is why I don't have a whole lot of Steelbooks. I think in the last year, most of them I bought within the last year. Now, I'll show off a few of them here before we get into, my actually favorites. Like here we actually got the original Hellraiser trilogy. That's a Blu-ray Steelbook. It's a pretty nice set. And we'll pop the disc out and look at the artwork inside. And nothing really fancy, just kind of gives a muscle coloring look there. Of course, this set was imported, and I didn't realize it when I bought it, and I thought my Blu-ray player was region-free, and it wasn't, so I cannot play these discs at all. But I have them 4K now, so there's no need. The next collection Steelbook I have is the Die Hard franchise. This is a pretty cool looking. I like the bullet holes. And on the back they got the shell casings with the title names on them. So I thought this was a pretty cool set. And of course I got them all stacked on the hubs, but they're all there. Also, I didn't bring it down because I don't have it on my shelf, is the Men in Black 4K trilogy. They actually put those in one case, and I ended up pulling them out and putting them in individual cases. Another nice one we got here is the Addams Family. This is a pretty sharp cut. I really like the color of this. The purples really stand out. It's a gorgeous case here. And it's got some nice artwork behind. Another one I found at Best Buy in store this last year was Stripes on Blu-ray. I didn't know this was available. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. And plain Jane on the inside. I didn't do anything fancy with it. A lot of Steelbooks do have nice artwork inside. Some of them they cut corners and don't do anything. Now these next two is where the newer ones have really stepped up their game, and they produce the Steelbooks with the slip covers to where sometimes there's parts of them are see-through. You can see part of the Steelbook beneath. And you can see this is a fall, and it's 4K. I picked this as a Best Buy exclusive. And also, this is the only way to buy this in 4K is through Best Buy. And you can see the Steelbook looks pretty sharp here. And artwork behind. Then we have a Dread. This is actually another Steelbook with a slip cover that's really sharp. I can slip this off so you can see the actual case. This is another gorgeous. I love the color. It's really sharp. Inside. Now let's get into talking about my favorites. This was, doing a top 10 list. I've never done top 10s before. I always know it was hard when I did top 10 roller coasters. But so now doing it with movies, and I did it with the Steelbooks here. And I do have a few kind of honorable mentions that I had picked out. For my top 10, I had about 17 or 18 titles I pulled out that was, good contenders. And I got a few here that didn't make the list, but I did want to share, let you see some really cool ones that I think are really nice. One of them is the first Tremors. This is one that sold out really quick. I missed out on it, and Hamilton Book got a hold of it and got them in stock, and I picked up. And actually went out of stock, and it's back in stock right now for $25. This is definitely, I thought this would be one of my top favorites, but, you know, after getting it, I've got so many others, so this didn't make the list. And I'll pull the disc out so we can show the inside off. Yeah, scene from the movie. Oh, by the way, this one is an Arrow release. I guess I probably should be, when I go through these, tell you where they came from. But yeah, this comes from Arrow Video. Next honorable mention, we got Rawhead Rex Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. Another gorgeous steelbook here. Got that nice gloss to it. Comes with little booklets and some cool artwork on the inside. Next honorable mention is Prey from Fox Disney. This is another one I thought would be high up, but I cut from the list. This is one that sold out really quick before it even came out when it was a Best Buy exclusive. Another really nice looking one. I'll pop the disc out for you. And there's the artwork on the inside. This isn't one of those, the price of this was outrageous, and I hated paying it, but I really wanted it bad. You know, the $40 price tag on this was way too much. And my last honorable mention would be a Blu-ray Steelbook of Maximum Overdrive. This is freaking gorgeous. I can't remember if this was a Walmart exclusive or not. This is where I did get it. Again, that is just a breathtaking steelbook. And cool artwork on the inside. Now for my top 10, and coming in at number 10, we have the Black Phone. That's from Turbine. I think this is the only place to get a steelbook of this movie was from Turbine. I remember I pre-ordered it, and I really like this. I like the simplicity, you know, just simple, a matte finish on the black, and then has some gloss highlights that look really sharp. And when you look at the, you know, in the face, it's got some really good details there. So for simple, you know, it's a simple design, but this is a beautiful one. I'll pop it open and show you the inside here. You got the abracadabra. Coming in at number 9, we've got Army of Darkness in 4K. This comes from Scream Factory. Another gorgeous. I like the mixture of them. Has matte finish with gloss tones to it. I'll open it up so you can see the whole thing. Another gorgeous outing here from Scream Factory. And we'll pop these. There's 4 discs that pop out. This is a big set here. Had to pop out the little extra sleeve in it. That's the inside artwork. Now coming in at number 8, we have U571 4K Steelbook. This is imported from mine's from Italy. I know I did unboxing and review of this as well. This is not, you know, available in the U.S. It comes from Studio Canal. But yeah, they also did. Germany has some. France and Spain has some. But this is another nice. I love the matte finish, and it has a, you know, stamped logo with the letters and numbers there. This is another gorgeous looking one I had to have. Yep, scene from the movie. Coming in at number 7, we have Starship Troopers 4K, you know, from Sony. This is a stunning steelbook. Some of you might wonder why it's so low on the list, and we'll get that in a second. But yeah, this is beautiful. I like how there's no words, nothing at all. Just let the artwork do the talking. Beautiful. Now, the reason it's not any higher on the list, no inside cover art. They just left it out. I just thought they, you know, cut corners. this, you know, if this had artwork on the inside, this definitely would have been a top contender for, you know, top couple spots. But outside, it is stunning. You can see. Number 6, we got Coraline from a Shop Factory. Love the colors here. Just this is another stunning release. You know, pop it open, see the whole thing and all. And here we have the inside artwork. Again, these are really hard, you know, choosing the top 10. I had to go through, and it took me a little while. Next up is number 5, King Kong from 1976. This is from Studio Canal. This is another one that does not have a U.S. release. And another one that's I love the stunning look of the matte finish with the gloss highlights, and of course using the artwork having the Twin Towers, which, you know, Twin Towers are an iconic part of this movie. So I'm glad they kept that in there with the artwork. And we'll open this up so you can see the whole thing. This is just a stunning steelbook. A scene from the movie when he's grabbing a subway car. Next up, we got number 4. Probably one a lot of you might not know about. It's called Kill Her Goats. It sounds like a stupid sounding movie, but the steelbook is freaking awesome. I love the embossing they did here. This comes from Withano Productions, which they did another one we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, this one is a, you know, stunning steelbook. I just had to put this near the top. Nice artwork on the inside. Now, I haven't done a review for this yet. I have watched it, and I want to do the review. You know, get one out for you, let you know, because the movie's not the best. But as a steelbook collector, this is freaking gorgeous. I think this was like $15 or $16. Now, they had it on watchfogcity.com. That's where I picked this up at. Now, moving on to number 3, we have Jumanji in 4K. You know, this is one of the few times I actually did double dip because I love the steelbook. I already had a standard version, but I saw this and I had to get it. You know, I love all the embossing on it. You know, the front of the game case. On the back, just the simple, just wood grain. And on the spine, you can actually see the hinges of the actual lid. So I thought that was pretty cool. Pop the disc out so you can see the inside work. Another reason why this is high on the list is I love the inside design. And, you know, inside the box with the, you know, kind of the directions and everything, and the actual game board. So beautiful, stunning, you know, release here. Now we got number 2. We have Dumbo. This is a new live-action movie from Disney. I wasn't expected to think about this, but once I started looking at these all together, this is such a stunning steelbook. The colors are incredible, and all the, you know, the embossed highlights is freaking awesome. And the same with the back. It's got some embossed highlights. You just open it up and see the whole thing all together. You know, pop the disc out so you can see the inside. Beautiful design on the interior. Another reason I had to put this near the top of the list was just, you know, because they went all out. Some great design on the outside and inside. So now we get down to the nitty gritty. What is my favorite steelbook? It's not my favorite movie, but it's a good movie. I did a review of it you can check out, and also did the unboxing. But needless to say, everything about this, I think it deserves the top spot at Fog City. That, in my opinion, they just went all out on this release. Is just simply stunning. And I haven't even taken the slipcover off yet. And we'll pull the slipcover off. Beautiful embossed work there. You know, the bullet hole. This is just a stunning release. And we'll open up, you can see the whole thing all together. And I'll pop everything out so we can take a look at the inside for you. Nothing really behind the disc, but you got the girl on the left you can't complain about. Yeah, just a stunning presentation here. You know, it's definitely these last few, the top ones all have the embossed covers. It just, you know, gives it so much, you know, everything stands out more. And with this one being an indie release, you know, it's no major studio. And to have this into my collection, not even a boutique label, you know, like I said, this is with Denon Productions. I never heard, this is Steve Walsh's third movie he's done. He did Muck, Kill Her Goats, and then now Fog City. You know, I come across this through a Kickstarter campaign. I joined up right away. I was like, you know, what the hell? Plus, this was a limited release, and you know, 4,100 they made of these, and I've got number 2,665. So looking at this, I hope you can see why I would pick this as my favorite Steelbook. Again, it's not my favorite movie. I mean, it is a good movie. It's a lot of fun. You know, check out my review if you want to see more about it. But I just think what they did with this release, it was worth every penny. It's just such a gorgeous set. So that pretty much does it for my discussion about 4Ks. You know, talk about some of my thoughts about 4K and give you my top 10 list. You know, please let me know what you think about the lists. You know, what are some of your favorites? I'm sure you probably have some I don't have. There's a lot of good ones out there. So again, comment below, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.